Well, Rise and Grind DMV, happy Saturday. We are waking up to mainly cloudy skies across the region. We're also tracking rain as we head into the weekend. So keep it here. We'll talk more about that forecast up next.
This morning on DC News Now, the financial avalanche DC will be digging through after the snow, ice, and snowcrete this past winter. We're telling you just how much that cleanup bill is. Then crime survivors voicing their concerns after 13 members of DC police are accused of manipulating crime statistics. And the cruise ship at the center of the hantavirus outbreak docks in Spain this weekend. Passengers and crew members will be evacuated.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Hello, good morning. Thanks for joining us here on DC News Now. I'm Tosin Fakile. It is 7 o'clock on the dot on this Saturday, May 9th. The last few days have been pretty good weather-wise. Will it continue? Meteorologist Brittany Ward has that answer in your forecast in just a few seconds. But let's take you outside right now to see what it looks like. And it looks pretty decent. If you ask me, it looks like the sun is up. You can see the Washington Monument off in the distance. Is this a sight we should get used to for the rest of the day, Brittany?
Yeah, you know, we will be holding on to mainly cloudy skies today, and then we do have a slight chance of seeing a few showers. The good news is, though, it's not going to be a complete washout. So if you still have any Saturday plans, I will still go out there, still do them. You just want to pack the umbrella. Satellite and radar kind of showing you the overall picture the last few hours. We've been holding on to mainly cloudy skies. We've been dry here in DC, but we are starting to see a few of those showers begin to pick up there out towards the west, out towards Garrett County, as well as parts of Washington County. But it's really just a light drizzle that we're seeing. We still have a lot of dry air in our atmosphere at this moment in time. But when we talk about those temperatures, they're not looking too bad. We are sitting in the 50s to 60s right now. 60 currently in DC, 58 as you head out towards Lexington Park. You're sitting at 55 degrees right now in Fredericksburg, Virginia, 53 degrees right now in Hagerstown. And if you're taking the kiddos out to the playground, again, make sure to have the umbrella on hand. Mainly cloudy skies will be expected through 11 o'clock. Cannot rule out an isolated shower getting closer to I-70 with those temperatures holding on to the 60s, upper 60s to talk about right around 1 o'clock. Mainly cloudy skies will be the trend, but then notice as we head through the second half of our afternoon into the early evening, that's when we start to see those spotty showers and storms begin to develop. The good news is it doesn't last all day. However, I'm tracking more rain as we head into Mother's Day. So keep it here. Tosin will talk more about that. Have a look at the timing and what to expect for those mothers coming up in just a bit.
All right, that's a forecast people definitely want to hear. Brittany, thank you. 7:02, snow and winter is behind us, but it left its mark on DC financially. We're now learning just how much it costs to clean up from January's massive winter storm. City leaders say the response and cleanup added about $67 million, 8 times what the district budgeted for. DC News Now's Mariel Carbone tells us how they plan to dig out of this financial avalanche.
The city acknowledges that the cost was high, but they call the storm a once-in-a-generation storm. Now, the numbers first reported by the 51st, and some neighbors I spoke to tell me they are shocked at the price tag. It's been nearly 4 months since a massive winter storm moved through the district. And while the so-called snowcrete, a rock-hard mixture of snow and ice, has thawed out, the city's response is still fresh on people's minds.
Everything was standstill, nothing was moving.
It was fairly messy around. The sidewalks were not clear at all.
I was quite shocked when it persisted for, I feel like it was at least 3 weeks.
According to the city administrator's office, the cost to respond and clean up hit a whopping $67.3 million, roughly 8 times the amount budgeted for winter weather.
That is a very, very big number.
Hearing that number, I feel like it should have been a little bit cleaner.
The Department of Public Works spent the most, $50.4 million, followed by the Department of General Services at $11 million and the Department of Transportation at nearly $6 million. That money was used for salt, contract plows, alley clearing, sidewalk clearing, personnel, overtime, and more.
I don't know necessarily what they could have done.
Due to the nature of the storm,
it's a dense, icy, and complicated, compacted layer. It makes it both difficult to traverse, to walk across. It also makes it difficult to remove.
DC used new measures to clear snow. Bobcat Alley clearing cost $20 million. Hauling snow to sites like RFK, another $20 million.
I hope that they learned any lesson from this experience, and maybe next time, if anything happen again, I hope they will be better prepared.
And I'm told that the city is using $20 million in contingency funding, as well as other cost efficiencies and programs underspending to cover the costs. Reporting in Northwest DC, I'm Ariel Carbone, DC News Now.
Some families in Western Maryland finally have hot water and heat after going without it for 8 days. But it was an expensive April for many who live at Longmeadow apartment complex in Hagerstown. Renters say they spent days reaching out to their landlord about the problem, but never heard back.
Everybody was trying to get in touch with him, including the city of Hagerstown, and he just ignored everything.
We're told the owners of the apartment complex did not pay their Columbia Gas utility bills, so the company turned off the heat and hot water. The city of Hagerstown condemned the building this week. New this morning, Arlington County Police shot a man inside a convenience store during an hours-long standoff. This happened near the intersection of Columbia Pike and South Monroe Street. Investigators say they were called to the scene for a person being disruptive. When officers arrived, they say they found a man outside, and he pulled out what they believe was a knife. Officials say officers ordered the man to drop it, but instead he walked into the convenience store. Police helped all employees and customers safely out of the store. They say while trying to take the man into custody, he pulled a knife out. Again, 2 officers shot him. He was taken to the hospital with life-threatening injuries. A man has pleaded guilty to killing a 3-year-old girl in a crash while trying to get away from police in Prince George's County. Larry Naylor faces up to 10 years in prison when he's sentenced in the fall. Following the March 2025 crash, Zoe Harrison's family pushed for a rule change in Prince George's County. Zoe's law was passed in November and changes police pursuit practices in that county. A deadly crash involving a school bus in Maryland shutting down a portion of Indiana Head Highway Friday. Take a look at your screen right now of just how intense that scene was. You can see the school bus on its side. Investigators say 2 cars and the bus collided, killing a driver in 1 car. They say there were no children on the school bus, but the driver was taken to the hospital. Another driver was treated on the scene. Police are still investigating what led to this crash. Now to some disturbing details in Northern Virginia. Investigators have arrested a man accused of trying to sexually assault a woman in a bathroom. Arlington County Police say Kobe Perry approached the woman as she was heading into the bathroom at Pentagon City Mall. They say he put his hands over her mouth, pushing her further inside. Investigators say she was able to escape and yell for help. Police later arrested the 28-year-old at a nearby park. He now faces several charges, including trying to force her into a sex act. Coming up on 7:08, the fallout continues after accusations more than a dozen D.C. police officers manipulated crime numbers. Advocates tell D.C. News Now's Liberty Simmons it's left victims and survivors without the justice for resources they desperately need.
A more than 500-page internal affairs report by MPD obtained by the Washington Post examined 700 reports it says were improperly classified. And crime victims organizations that we spoke with say these misclassifications denied their clients justice.
Our reaction was one of worry and feeling upset for actual victims.
Lindsay Silverberg of DC crime victims nonprofit Volare says she has firsthand experience with survivors who say MPD's classification of crimes did not match their experience.
The survivor that we were working with, their home had been shot over 30 times, and that ended up being classified as a property crime. We were in disagreement with the police because we knew that there was an individual who was harmed.
She says as a result, the survivor could not access victims' compensation. An MPD Internal Affairs report obtained by the Washington Post found at least 40 assaults with a dangerous weapon in 7th District were initially labeled as lesser offenses.
What that means is that, one, that criminal is likely not going to be held accountable, not going to be arrested, probably won't even be investigated.
One D.C. crime victim told News Nation her experience after a man assaulted her near the Capitol.
Before we went to trial, he was arrested 5 more times and released the following day 5 times. But after he went to prison, the stat wasn't counted in D.C. crime stats.
Interim Police Chief Jeffrey Carroll says that he cannot comment on the specifics of the investigation, but urged the public to allow the administrative process to take its course. For now in Northwest D.C., Liberty Simmons, D.C. News Now.
At DC News Now is your local election headquarters. Virginia's Supreme Court throws out the results from the redistricting special election, saying it did not follow the proper procedure. The huge political blow to Democrats takes away the voter-approved congressional redistricting maps that favored the party 10-1.
Shame! Shame on every single Supreme Court justice!
And a woman was seen outside the court calling the decision an affront to the will of voters. But the justices say lawmakers did not follow proper procedures, and Republicans, well, they're celebrating the win.
Cannot violate the Constitution in order to change the Constitution. The Supreme Court made that clear.
What's really disappointing is that this invalidates the redistricting referendum, the voices of Virginia's voters.
1.6 million voters in Virginia approved the referendum to redraw the congressional maps early. It was a response to President Trump's redistricting efforts that started last year in Texas. Democrats, from the Attorney General to those in the General Assembly, are fighting the court decision with plans to appeal up to the Supreme Court while also asking the lower court to delay the ruling. Governor Abigail Spanberger responding to the decision, saying in part, quote, "I am disappointed by the Supreme Court of Virginia's ruling." She goes on to say her focus will be on ensuring that all voters have the information necessary to make their voices heard this November in the midterm elections. A heads up if your weekend plans include Metro, Crystal City, DCA, and Potomac Yard stations will be closed this weekend and next weekend. The closure is for construction at the second entrance at Crystal City Station and some track improvement work. Free shuttle buses will be available. And just a reminder, Crystal City Station will also close for the next 6 weekends. You can see those dates right there on your screen.